This one is now really great because now we have the yellow flower on top. We have 3 bees here, which is a lot, and 3 there as well. That's great. This one is still really bad. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm going to bring you my playthrough of Buds and Blooms. Also, I will give you like a small review impressions like at the end of the video. This is a game by Mark Tuck. That name may ring a bell because he has designed quite a few small and good games, and I've covered a few on my channel as well. This is a game for 1 to 2 players, ages 12 and up, and takes 10 to 20 minutes to play. This is available on the Game Crafter. So huge thanks to the Game Crafter for providing me with a review copy here. Alright, before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. Alright, there we go. Yes, this is a neat little game that I've only played solo so far, but you can play with up to 2 players. And yeah, you like rival gardeners who compete, who can grow the best, tallest and most beautiful flowers. I will not do a montage today because the setup is actually quite quick and simple. So let me just show that to you. So essentially what you have is of course the rulebook. We don't need that right now. Then you have like these flower bed cards. I will get to those in just a moment. And then you have like flower cards. And you see like these have like, some of them have like this flower petal here on the back and some don't. This is just for the 2 players, right? So one player just takes these cards and the other plays takes the other cards. I think as far as I know, these are like totally identical. So we will just play with one set of cards here. So for the setup, what we do is we take the flower bed cards, we just shuffle those up. You can also just turn them over like this, right? And then we just put 3 down here. These are the flower beds we are working with. We need to make sure that we have like 1 to 2 worms here at the top, like the bottom don't count, right? The top, that's our flower beds here. We have 1 or 2 worms in a solo game. We have 1 worm, so that's fine. And then now we can have a number of rocks here, 0, 1, 2, or 3, and that's like the difficulty. I often play with 1 rock as the difficulty. That's the 2nd lowest or the 3rd highest difficulty, right? Difficulty 2 or 4, just because I think the game is quite challenging. Also, you're quite dependent on the luck of the draw. So I think that is like the perfect difficulty for like having like a semi-casual and relaxed game, right? So that's fine. The other flower beds you don't need. You can put those aside. Then you take like all of your cards, you remove the 3 tool cards, and the other cards you shuffle. Let me just give them like a quick shuffle like this, like an overhand kind of shuffle. I think that's enough. So let's just shuffle these up a little bit, give them a nice cut. What we then do is that we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards we put aside, right? Then we take these tool cards here. These are now inserted into the deck. Let me just insert them like this and then shuffle this all up. And then what we do is we take 3 cards, put them on the table, then we put the deck on top, and then the other 6 cards you put aside. And that is now our deck. So I will just put the deck here to the side, and then I will just draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and with that we can start. So that is a really quick setup. In a multiplayer game, in a 2-player game, you would do the same thing, with the difference that you would have these like in the middle, and the enemy, like the enemy, but the opponent is using these flower beds, right? And growing that direction, you would use these flower beds. So it's actually kind of cool. What we are essentially doing, you see, we have like different colors here. I think there are 3 different colors of flowers, and each of them have like a value here. They have like leaves on them, they have bees, also they can have butterflies, and these like all score at the end of the game. Also they have like this weather icon that is on the card here, but it's also on the back. I will get to that in just a moment. What we're trying to do is like have like high flowers that have like these conditions, that adhere to these conditions here, and we want to have more points than these points down here, because the automa, or like our opponent so to speak, It isn't doing anything, but he has like these points. He has like 28 points, right? And we need to like exceed 28 points. That's like the goal of the game. What I would suggest we do is I would just start playing the game, and then I will explain it as I go. So I have these 4 cards here. There are 3 actions I can do on my turn. One of them is play a flower. The second one is I can discard a flower face down on my discard pile, and if these 2 weather cards are different, which they are now, that's the perfect mixture for these plants to grow, right? Rain and sun, they both need that, and then you can like have one flower that you have here, you can just grow it by pushing it up. That's important because you want to uncover these leaves and bees and all of that stuff, right? And the third thing you can do is play a tool card. By the way, if you discard a card and it's both the same weather symbol, then nothing happens. You just discard the card, right? And then you can also like play a tool card as the third action. I will get to that whenever I draw one of the 3 tools that exist. Okay, so now you see we have these conditions here. So I definitely want to play a flower now if I can. So here you see we have to start at low with a single color. Low means a low number, so like as low as possible. For example, I could place the 2, but if I did that, then I can't place a 1 anymore, right? Then that's gone because I already started at 2, and then I need to go high. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like in best case, I have 6 flowers here, 1, 2, 6, and 1 color, which is kind of hard to do, of course. Here, I want to alternate with colors. I want to do like either start with yellow or with purple, and then do the other colors, so yellow, purple, or purple, yellow, and I want to start low and go high again. So maximum of 6 cards again. And here, same thing, I want to start high and then go low, so the other way around, and either red or yellow flowers, doesn't matter if they alternate, if it's all red, all yellow, doesn't really matter, right? So that means here we want to start high. We don't have a really high red one, so we all have purples, right? So these purples here actually would be kind of perfect to start with the single color thing here, right? That would be kind of good. I don't have the 1 here, but the 1 I can then use here, right? So yeah, so I think that's okay. So I think I will actually put the 2 here. So we have our first flower here. And then we just draw another card, so we are back up to 4 cards. There are also bud cards here. These buds have only 1 leaf in the middle. They have 3 levels instead of just 2, and they have a butterfly at the top. If I'm able to uncover a butterfly until the end of the game, and the butterfly is the same color as the top flower, right? Because there's only one top flower visible, like 1 color there, then I get like more points, like 3 points. That's quite a bit. So these are very, very important to do. And also these are like wilds, right? So I would definitely play this one here as the 6. Doesn't matter if it's red or yellow, but that works, right? So then I draw another card. I'm waiting for the 3. That is right. We want to go low to high, single color, so I can place the 3 here. That's really good. I draw a card. Then I can play the 4. We are very lucky to have all of these here, right? We are very, very lucky here at the moment. So we have our first tool. There are 3 tools in the game. The watering can, the shovel here, and something else that I can't remember at the moment. This one lets us dig down. That means either we can look through the compost pile, which is like the discard pile, right? Take a card and add it to our hand. I'm not going to do that now because, well, we don't have a compost pile. Or we can look at the top 3 cards of our draw deck, add 1 to our hand, and place the others face down at the bottom of the draw deck. It's a helpful tool, but we don't need it at the moment. Okay, so this one, yeah, the 5. Let's put the 5 right here, like this. Then we draw a card. Okay, here we want to go high to low. We have 3 and 4. Yeah, I would like to have a 5 first, right? But there is a tool that lets us insert a card between 2 others. So what we could do, we could play the 4 here now, right? Because we don't need reds anywhere else. So we will play the 4 right on top here. We just need to finish with a yellow 1, which we have here. Because we want to have like the same color butterfly as the flower on the top, right? And we need to go from high to low. So it makes sense to have like a yellow 1 or 2 up there. All right, so I think that's not perfect, but it's quite okay. Okay, there's another one of those. This one doesn't help us at all, right? Because we already have a butterfly here and we want to finish with yellow. So this one is like a good card to discard. And we couldn't discard it right now because you see here, there is like rain on the other side. So we could discard this in order to push this one up 1, for example, right? So we covered another leaf. That's more points, right? And also we want to like uncover the butterfly at the end. Okay, so let's draw another card. So let's see. Here we want to start low, right? So we need like the purple one isn't there yet. Yeah, let's put the 3 here, right? We want to like go from high to low. We are all reds at the moment. That is fine. That works. Here the 6 from low to high, single color. Let's put the 6 right here, like this. I think that works. Okay, make the cut. Either we can take the top card from your opponent's flower, which doesn't matter because we don't have an opponent, or we can insert a card from your hand between 2 cards of a flower, or below the bottom card. That's very, very good. So either we can like put the 1 here. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. We want to put the 5, the red 5 in here, which we don't have yet. So now we have a little issue, right? Because we want to start low here, but not with the yellow 1. Like a yellow 2 would be great. So I think what I will do is I will discard this one here. I just need to get it back up later on in order to like raise this up 1 more level, which is possible, right? Because these are different weather cards. The 1, there it is. That's the one I want to put here, right? Because we need to start low. The 5. The 5. Oh, we could insert the 5 in here, right? That would be possible. That would be possible because that's a 6, right? Or I will count that as a 6 and then the 5 in there. So what I will do is which one was it? This one here. Make the cut, right? I will discard this tool card here. And then I can insert a card between 2 other cards. So let me just put those aside for just a moment. I will get them in just a moment. And then we insert it exactly at the same spot where the 4 currently is, right? Like this. See? There we go. Okay. Very, very good. And then we draw another card. So the rules say you always draw like 1 card to bring a card back up to hand, back up to 4. I think when you... Oops. I think when you used this card here, then you lose like 2 cards, right? So I think you can like draw 2 cards to have a hand of 4. Here's the watering can. This one just lets us go 1 flower by 2 sages or 2 flowers by 1 sage each. I will keep that for a bit. That could be very helpful. All right, the 5 here doesn't help us at all, right? We can't place the red 5 anywhere here. So that means I will discard it because different weathers, right? So I can raise a flower. I think here was a bee, right? Because 1 bee never helps us for each flower. We need at least 2 bees. Yeah, there was a bee. Just like that. Okay, then we draw a card. So the red 6 also doesn't help us. So let me also discard that one. And then we will raise something else. Now I don't remember if there were any bees here. Let me just... Yeah, there is a bee. I always like play with the rule, like with the house rule, so to speak, that I'm allowed to look under these flowers here, right? Because, it's not a memory game, at least not for me. All right, so the yellow 6 will help us here. The yellow 3 as well. Okay, we still need like a 2 here. Then let's do the flower growing thing. Let's do the flower growing thing, right? So, what will I do? Let me grow this one by 1 here. Oops. Because then we have another bee. And let me also grow this one here by 1. Like that. I think that way it works quite well. All right, let me draw another card. The red 2. Yes, perfect. I definitely want this there. And we need to grow this in a while as well. Okay. I have a few ideas. Then I will use the dig down one. And now I can look through the compost pole and take a card and add it to my hand. And I will add the yellow one, this one here, right? I will add this one to my hand because I will now play this here. Because see, this one is now really great. Because now we have the yellow flower on top. We have 3 bees here, which is a lot, and 3 there as well. That's great. This one is still really bad. I kind of need to work on that. I haven't continued going here because I still want the yellow 2. But I haven't gotten that one yet. So let's see, maybe we can get it at some point. 4. The red 1 does not help us at all, does it? No. So let me discard that one. 2 different weathers. That's great. to pull that up to have another bee. Oh, that is amazing. 4 bees is really good. All right, we're almost through. So, okay, then, yeah, that's the problem, right? We have a butterfly here, but the yellow one is there, so we can't do it anymore. So I will just place that here as the 2. Ah, no, I could have gotten that one, but that's fine. And then, let me see. We can't grow those anymore, right? So, but there aren't enough bees really anyway to grow too much. So let me just add the 3. I made a mistake. Give me a moment. These need to alternate, right? So I wouldn't have placed this one here. The 4, I think so. I think it was like this. Actually, no, it was the 2 that was here. Let me just reverse that one thing, because of course I need to alternate, right? So that means I would have played the 3 here, like this. And then this one here as the 4. And since that, I will take that as a purple here, right? That means now I could place this one here as the 6. Right, so I'm alternating colors and I'm going from low to high. And these 2 I still have here. If these were two different weathers, right, because there is no weather here, I could play them both and grow a flower one stage, but I can't do that. So I'm at the end of the game because with the 2 and the 4 I can do nothing else. So, and now we will do the scoring. So for the scoring, what we do is quite easy actually. So let me put these aside and then do the scoring right here. So what we need to do for the scoring is take a look at each flower and then like count up the stuff. So first we count all of the leaves. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. And each leaf grants us 1 point. Then we take a look at the bees. 2 bees are 1 point. 3 bees are 2 points, 4 bees are 4 points, which I actually got here. So that's 3 bees right here, that's 2 points. Then we have the butterfly. If there's a butterfly with the same color, we get 3 points, which we don't have here. And also you can have like a best scoring flower, but that only applies in a multiplayer game, not in a solo game. That's it. That's 11 points for that flower here. Okay, we are definitely higher than that, which is good. Then here we get 1, 2, 3, 4 points for the leaves, and that's it. Nothing else. That's a pretty bad flower. This one he gets lots of points, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leaves again. Then we have 4 bees, which is another 4 points. That's really nice. And the butterfly is the same color as the flower, so that is another 3 points. Now we add all of that up and are at 31. And we need to exceed 28, which the opponent has. So that means we have actually won the game. That is great. That is really great because, let me be honest, I don't win the game very often, right? I would say I lose more games than I win, and it's great that I could capture like one of those winning moments on camera. So now that you've seen how Buds and Blooms plays, what do I think of this little nature-themed game by Mark Tuck? Well, let me tell you. First of all, I really like that the weather icon isn't just printed on the back of the card where it's required for gameplay, but also on the front here in the corner. That might sound like a small thing, but it makes planning so much easier, especially in a game that's all about like timing and efficiency here. I also enjoy the art style. It's simple, but very pleasant and fits the theme nicely. Nature games are always a plus in my book, and this one captures that calm, relaxing feeling well. It's also great that in the solo mode, you can clearly see how many points you need to reach at the end. I'm not really a strategist, I tend to play more tactically, but I still appreciate that the option is there for players who like to plan ahead and aim for those high scores. The setup is very quick, as you could see, the game is easy to learn, and adjusting the difficulty level is refreshingly straightforward. All of that makes it very approachable and smooth to get to the table. The premise and rules are simple, but there are always difficult decisions to make, and in my opinion that's exactly where games shine. When a game can be easy to learn but still challenge you with meaningful choices, that's when it excels. Buds and Blooms does that quite well. What I also really like, and what I think is a great design decision, is how much information you can infer by just looking at the cards. Cards with only buds always have 3 levels. Cards with flowers always have 2. And both leaves and butterflies always appear in the same positions. The only element that varies are the Bs. That means you don't need to look underneath tucked cards. You already know what's there, except for the Bs, of course. That's why I actually look under the cards. But this is such a clever and elegant bit of design. Because of that, you can approach the game either strategically or tactically. You can plan your moves ahead because of the predictable structure, but you can also just react to what is in front of you without overthinking. And both ways work perfectly. By the way, you will not be able to plan everything ahead because sometimes maybe the card you need, like towards the bottom, will never come up, just like it was like for that flower here. The production quality from the game craft is also very good. Designers can choose different card quantities, and this game uses one of the higher quality options, which I appreciate. Also, the tuck box is quite sturdy and looks great, feels good as well, so it's a nice touch for a small box game like this. But honestly, I'm not surprised. Mark Tuck consistently designs solid, clever games, and I can't think of one that I haven't enjoyed. All in all, Buds and Blooms is a lovely, clever little card game with a relaxing nature theme and plenty of depth beneath its simple rules. It's free to set up, easy to teach, and full of satisfying decisions. The smart information design, elegant gameplay, and strong solo mode make it a joy to play, and it's another great example of Mark Tuck's ability to create small games with interesting decisions. Since I really enjoy Buds and Blooms, I'm happy to give it the Silver Sir Thecos Ace of Games Award. It's a simple yet smart design, and that absolutely deserves my recognition. Well, that concludes my showcase and review of Buds and Blooms. Thank you for watching and for sticking to the very end of the video. As usual, my thanks goes out to all of you. A special shout out to my generous patrons. The biggest thanks go to Diagonal for supporting me at the highest tier. I truly appreciate that. You can support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or on my Discord server. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.